Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is my mid-month catch-up video where I'm going to show you some things that I'm working on and several pages that I've completed. I started doing this a couple of months ago because now that I'm basing my pages with either watercolor or alcohol marker, they're going a lot faster than they used to when I was working completely in pencil. So showing like 20 pages at the end of the month just seemed like a really long video, so I split it in half so you guys could see what I'm working on mid-month. So I'm going to move this pile over and show you my whips. I don't consider these whips the same way I do with the ones that I'm counting that I'm trying to reduce, because these are things I'm working on through the month and I most likely will finish them. And they will not be longer term whips. So the first one is Maria Trolla's Dream Rice, and I started this first page. I am basing this completely with Albrador pencils. I still have to go over a lot of it. Like I'm about maybe more than halfway done, but there's a lot of small elements. There's like these leaves. I started them down here. I have to go everywhere and finish them. And then I would like to go over the whole thing probably with my polychromos pencils, because the colors don't seem to be very vibrant. You know, even before I wet them, they don't look that vibrant on this paper. So I think it's really just a base with the Albradors, and then I'll go over it with polychromos to try to bring out not only some depth, but some brightness, especially in these flowers. I thought they were going to be brighter than this. They look very muted right now. So yeah, I like the page. I think it's coming out well. I just think that it needs a lot more work than it appears to be. So that is what I'm working on in Maria Trolla's Dream Rice. Then I have Coloring Chicks by Daria Chakrasoy, and I started this page. Now, I looked up colors of the 80s because I don't really remember the 80s very much. And it said a lot of really bright neon colors. It's just, I don't have a lot of neon colors in my alcohol markers, and that's what I started basing it with. And like, I have this light yellow instead of a dark yellow because that marker has dried out. So I'm hoping to add a new set of Ohuhu markers on my Christmas list. Hopefully I get them, because really it's starting to become an issue that I don't have a lot of my favorite colors anymore. So I started this. It is going to probably take a lot of pencil work because I don't have a yellow that I like. There's only one orange in my set, so I don't have a darker one unless I want to change color to a red, which I don't. So I am going to continue working on this, but again, this is not just an easy alcohol marker book for me. I really just either need a lot more alcohol markers, or I need to just base with the alcohol markers and then shade with pencil, which is what I'm going to do here. So this is what I'm currently working on in Coloring Chicks by Daria Chakrasoy. Okay, the first completed page I'm going to show you is from Princess Kawaii by Kevin Teo Art. And I am in love with Kevin Teo lately. I don't know why, but I've been in this kick for the last few months of really enjoying doing his work. And I did Merida from Brave. And I know she's supposed to have blue eyes, but I really just wanted to make them green. I think it looks really pretty with the orange hair. What did I do? Did I do all? No, I used my alcohol markers. Then I used Holbein pencils in some places to shade. I used pan pastels in the back. And I used Jelly Roll Glaze in black to do like the eyes, the nose, and like even the claws of her little brothers. And then I used my Signo Gold to add some, brightness to her dress. I think she came out really, really pretty. And I did an okay job with doing mostly alcohol marker. And I'm really happy with the page. I just think it's really, really pretty. This counted for Color Your Hoard September. It's the first image I'm doing in the book, but there are so many fun pages in here. I really, really need someone to get me a new set of alcohol markers. So yeah, like I said, they're gonna be on my Christmas list with a lot of asterisks on it saying, this is my favorite, because I am, as I said in the last book, I'm running out of so many colors and it's really hard to fill some stuff in. But I think she came out really, really pretty. So that's what I did. My first image, Merida from Princess Kawaii by Kevin Teo Art. Up next, I have Alien Worlds by Kirby Rosanes, and I didn't mark it, I'm sorry. I thought oh no, I did, there we go. I did this page. Okay, I'm not completely happy with it. And maybe I do know why. I tried to use the coloring on this page for what I was going to do, but they eliminated the entire background in the cover image. So I had to decide what colors to do everything else. And I don't know if that's what I don't like, or yeah, I don't know what I'm not crazy about on this page. I mean, it definitely, the spaceship is the most colorful I think this is a spaceship, or maybe this is an alien. All right, let's call it an alien. This alien is colorful. It's the center point. I think I really achieved that. So that's what I really like. And I'm okay with the dullness of the rocks because that helps highlight the color in here. I did a very dark background, a dark green background instead of black, because I wanted to just keep this green theme going. So I like that as well. What am I not crazy about? I don't know. I think it's just that I didn't know what colors to do other things, because I was trying to stay in this similar color palette, pinks, blues, greens, purples. And then it got really boring. So I added in like this gold kind of flower, the gold on the metal. I think this is metal. So, okay, it came out okay. I just think that some of these colors are just not working. And honestly, I got bored. I got really bored of all these tiny little details, and it just, it stopped being fun. And I think that's why I don't really like the page, because that doesn't happen to me very often. But it did with this one. Once I was done with the alien and the background, even the water was okay. I think this is water, was okay. Yeah, I just don't know. Maybe it's because I got bored with it and I felt like I wasn't really doing my best because I started getting bored. And this happened in this book as well, that I really just didn't feel the pencils were as bright as they usually are. So, this might be me, that I'm just not seeing it the way it should be seen, but I really wanted it to kind of like have a glow look, like so bright, and I don't think I really achieved that. So I have mixed feelings about this page. Overall, I think it's a nice page. I just think that it didn't match the vision that was in my head. And that's always a disconnect, right? When you think you feel like you know how to do something, you have the right colors in your hand, you think it's going to come out a certain way, and it doesn't come out exactly that way. I do feel like a certain sense of disappointment, and that's probably what I'm feeling here. So I am happy I did a page in this book. I don't work on it outside of September or Spacetember, really. I think maybe I did once, But yeah, I might try to do the other image that I had said I might do, which is that, you know, moth page. I think they're moths. Moth page. This one. I might try to do this one anyway. I will try to do the watercolor base like I did in the last page, but I'm wondering if on this paper, it doesn't really work as a base because it tones down the pencils. But I have to see. I want to try different paints, different pencils, and maybe I'll get that, you know, brightness that I'm looking for. Because I think aliens should be really, really colorful. So that is what I did in Alien Worlds by Kirby Rosanes. Next up, I have Oceans to Stars by Lydia Fenwick. I did see some flip-throughs of her new book, so probably when it comes out, I don't think I'm pre-ordering it. Again, starting October, I try not to buy anything because I just put things on my Christmas list. So I might just put that on my Christmas list and wait for December, because I haven't done more than like maybe 3 or 4 images in this book. It is absolutely stunningly beautiful. I think it is absolutely gorgeous. I just don't reach for it that much. So maybe it's a little intimidating for me. I'm not really too sure. But the page I worked on is her. And I like her. But my God, this was so much background. I did not know what to do with this. So I used some alcohol marker, but none of my alcohol markers could do this entire page. It would be very, very streaky. So I used watercolor. And then I didn't like that at all. It didn't come out well. It didn't make her pop. So then I decided to get, I think they're definitely oil pastels, but they're metallic oil pastels. And I think it's like Karen Dash or something. I'm not really too sure what the brand is, but it is good brand. So it came out really pretty. I mean, it's a lot. And then what I did is I took a Posca marker. This is so bright. Okay, now you can see it. I took a Posca marker and tried to make it look like sea foam around her, like where all of the black lines were. I just decided to make it kind of like a sea foam look. So, and I did it around the weights here, and I just really think she came out cute. Yeah, I think she has a pretty, pretty face. I love the hair. I decided to make her blonde, and I love the combination that I did on her tail. So I'm really happy with this. So in addition to the oil pastels, I did use the alcohol markers, my Polychromos pencils, white Posca, and then I have some Spectrum Noir glitter pens on like the jewelry. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, there you go. On the jewelry and on some of the dots around her and the beads. So I think she came out cute. So that is another page that I finished in Oceans to Stars by Lydia Fenwick. Next up, I have the Macaron Sketchbook by Carla Magana. And I just did her. And this was such a palette cleanser. It was so simple to do. I just used alcohol markers. Wow, I had a piece of paper in here. I must have done it in this page. Okay, well, I'll have to figure out how to fix that. Oh, that's a drag. But yeah, you can see it's all alcohol marker, and I didn't really try to shade much. I did a little bit on her skin and not really much on her hair. I just went over some sections a third or fourth time with the alcohol marker to make it look a little bit darker. But basically this is almost completely alcohol marker. The only thing is the Posca marker that I use to create like the white reflections. So otherwise it's all alcohol marker, which is kind of cool because I'm getting more confident in it. So that's nice. So I'm happy with this page from Macaron Sketchbook by Carla Magana. Up next, I have Drawing the Timeline by Sugar Sweet, and I am going in order, and this is my, well, fourth one because I did that, and I did the Eagle Henry Berolsheimer page. And because it said that, you know, they moved to America, I tried to get this red, white, and blue theme going on, but then really found that, well, okay, I probably need some green, I need some pink, I'd like to throw some more red in there, and some gold. So it doesn't look very American, but that was my idea in the beginning. And I'm happy with the page. I think it came out well. I used alcohol markers and just Jelly Roll Glaze pens. The Jelly Roll Glaze I did like on the monocle. You know, you can't really see the raised, but it is. Otherwise, I used some white Posca around to try to get the black out of the Eagle logo. But yeah, so it was a nice, another palette cleanser. And I have picked a lot of difficult pages this month, so I'm really enjoying these simpler alcohol marker images. Up next, I have Dark Fairy Tales, and I did the Cinderella Coach, and there it is. I used a lot of Inktense pencils, or mostly Inktense. Then I did, I used my Woomer pencils on top in some spots, and I used a white Posca pen. I used it to take out some black lines. I also tried to make kind of like mist coming out of one of the horse's noses. And that's basically all I have to say about this page. I still don't know how to get a really clean, nice wash with Inktense pencils. I don't know, for me, they kind of get splotchy, but you know, I'm getting better at it, and I'm doing more layers to try to get a more smooth look on it. But overall, I'm happy with the page. I really think it came out well. So yeah, that is what I did. Oh, did I talk about what I used? Yeah, I did. Inktense pencils, Woomer pencils, white Posca. So that is it. Dark Fairy Tales by Kirby Rosanes. Up next, I have Cozy Europe by Jade Summer. And I did the second page. I'm not going in order. I just seem to have started in order. So this is my second image, and I did the Venice page. And I think it came out really, really pretty. I did not worry about shading most of it. In some parts I did. I shaded the face. I added some spots. I did some shading there. But otherwise, I didn't worry about shading in most of it. I just wanted to make this a simple alcohol marker page that, you know, let me rest in between the heavier pages that I'm doing. But I really like the way it came out. So I used almost exclusively alcohol markers. The only thing I used was a little bit of white Posca in the clouds to get rid of the black lines. I didn't feel like I really needed to get rid of the black lines anywhere else. It's just the ones in the clouds bothered me. So I took those out. Otherwise, everything is alcohol marker. So happy with that. Yeah, but again, I'm starting to run out of colors I really, really like. And this golden yellow is one of them that I really had to work. And if you look closely, it's kind of streaky, but I'm happy with it. So that is my page in Cozy Europe by Jade Summer. Up next, I have my first image in Wondrous Folk. I'm not sure if you guys saw my last video, but I did a flip through of Wildflower Folk by Christine Karen as well, because I am 50% complete with that book. And I am so incredibly proud that I got that far in such a beautiful, beautiful book. I'm a little worried now because it means that I'm going to have a little less time in that book because I have this gorgeous book to work on as well. So yeah, yeah, I just love these books. I think she is my favorite artist. So I'm really happy that I'm able to get this. And hopefully I will get the third one. But this is what I did. The first image, Among Dragons. And I think she came out so beautiful. I really, really love the color combination. It's hard when an image is so beautifully drawn to mess it up. So I just felt confident that it was going to come out really pretty, and it did. So in this page, oh, I did all alcohol marker on the face, the skin, and the green. Yeah, what is this yellow? Oh, I didn't write it down, but this looks like watercolor. Okay, so there is watercolor here. So alcohol markers, watercolor, and then I went over the top with my polychromos pencils. I am in love with this hair combination. I wrote it down somewhere. Hopefully I don't lose it. But I obviously did not write down very much because I'm seeing sparkly stuff here. So I think I'd used the Spectrum Noir Clear Sparkle. And obviously I used a white Posca pen. So I did not write a lot down. But for the most part, it is alcohol marker and polychromos for shading. I do like the way the fur came out. I just used a lot of like small strokes in like maybe 3 different colors. The darkness was already there. That was the shading that Christine Karen did. So it was pretty easy to make it look like an animal print because it already looked like one basically. So yeah, I don't know what else to say about her. I love her eyes. I think they look a little creepy, like doll's eyes, you know, like those old fashioned dolls. But I still think it adds to how beautiful this page is. So that is what I did. And oh, this counted for Color Your Hoard as well, because this is the first image that I did in this book. As usual, because I'm a messy person, I did get a splotch of green up there. I'm going to ignore its presence, basically, and just enjoy the page for what it is, that she and the dragons and even the background came out really beautifully. So again, that is from Wondrous Folk by Christine Karen. So that is it, guys, for my catch-up. I'm working on 2 pages that I will finish by the end of the month. I've completed several already, and it's about, I think today actually is the 15th. This probably won't come out till later in the week because I have to edit it and all that stuff. But yeah, I'm really happy with what I've done so far, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the month. I do have a few more space-themed images that I really want to get done by the end of the month. So I hopefully will have another 8 to 10 pages by the time, you know, the end of the month rolls around and we do our end of month catch up. So thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to leave a comment or a question. I get back to everyone that writes me a note. So thanks again. I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay, bye now.